big as the Super Bowl.
Broadcasting from Radio Row inside the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. You are tuned into Sideline Sports Talk Network's The W Show on 100.1 FM, Kansas City. Brought to you by Stockman Law Firm, the Solar Center, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services, Gates Barbecue, Positivity Water, Soiree Steak and Oyster House, the Wright Tally Tax Preparation, Dillard's Zona Rosa, KC We Spin 360, Derek Thomas Neil Smith III and Long Foundation, Phenomenal Kids Child Care Learning Center, XC Fright Studio Plush, Sierra Fonseca, hairstylist in New York Life.
Radio Row, Mandalay Bay Convention Center. It's Friday, y'all. Red Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday.
It's the Chiefs Kingdom that is watching us and everyone else. Good morning. What's happening, y'all?
Rise and shine.
TGIF, we made it.
We've had some great guests all week. We have another great guest. We have Miss Keisha Walker, founder of Women Got Game and president of Insights and Promotions Company and founder of Black College Gaming. How are you this morning?
I am blessed and excited to be here. I love KC.
Yeah.
This is a full circle moment.
It is. It is. You talked about your off camera. We talked about your relationship that you had with Derek Thomas, who was former Kansas City Chiefs defensive tackle. Just talk about the Kansas City connection that you have.
Well, first and foremost, I know he's smiling down right now and just excited to be back again at the Super Bowl. His legacy will continue to live.
Mm-hmm.
We actually went to college together at University of Alabama, so I got a chance to work with. He was my first NFL client. With my agency Insights Marketing. So I got a chance to work with him and his phenomenal mom with the great work they were doing, providing car seats to children and families. And people don't understand how expensive it is, especially when you're a single mom out there. And he grew up in a very strong and amazing, loving household. And they had saw and started addressing a need immediately and literally was saving lives. And so just the fact that they had that vision so many years ago, and it helped me to go and take to other players to find something that they were passionate about that could be important and that could save lives and change lives. And so I'm doing it right now with my agency I started in 2020, the Black Collegiate Gaming Association.
Now talk about the Black Collegiate Gaming Association. A lot of people, especially these young folks, are gaming. Just talk about that and how that came about.
As a Black woman, people ask me why did I call it Black Collegiate Gaming Association? I'm like, why wouldn't I? Who am I? Look at me.
Yeah.
And then I've been gaming for 40 years, not a day over 45. But as a gamer and watching how the industry has evolved and the history that we have as Blacks, and what better time during the Black History Month to be able to have this platform with you all today. So I thank you to let people know that we're not new to the industry. We spend a lot as consumers, but we need to have a much better representation as owners, as developers, as creators. And those creators can be content, graphic design. A lot of people think it's just software engineering and gaming and coding, and it intimidates. I think it scares a lot of our young people away from it. But you can be involved in any aspect. There's a lot of sound and music opportunities. There's voiceovers. You could be, do camera work. The cover of NBA 2K23 was created by a Black man.
Wow.
Out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Super cool.
Never played a video game in his life.
Wow.
Did I tell you he got a pretty nice 6-figure deal to design the cover?
Yeah.
And was not a video gamer, but someone saw his work on social media and referred him to 2K, the owners of NBA 2K. And the rest is history. The very first game console was created by a Black man, Gerald Lawson. And there's a movie that should be coming out, I hope, later this year to tell his story and legacy, because a lot of our kids don't know. We created the first gaming console. So these are the Ataris, the Nintendos, the Xboxes,
Sega,
and my favorite, Sony PlayStation, the PSs, all were created as the results of a Black man.
Yeah.
And so, and getting our parents to understand too, this is so much more than just playing the game.
Of course.
Yeah. And we were just talking about earlier, I started this when my nephew, who was then 11, was playing this video game, and my sister, single mom, was like, oh no, get off the video games, go outside and play. I need you to get a scholarship to go to college. Over 200 colleges in the country offer full or partial scholarships for you to go play video games.
Yeah.
And you can get a degree while you do it. I tell people, and I tell parents all the time, you should treat video gaming and esports just like you treat them playing baseball, basketball, football, lacrosse, soccer, because they need to practice, they need to play and get better and better. The cool thing about video gaming, not to knock anything against traditional sports, is they can start making money at 14 while they play, and then like I said, they can then also get in college and get a degree. They can now play in the military. They can go in the military. They don't want to go to college, and they can get paid in the military to play on the esports teams.
Wow.
All the branches now have competitive esports teams, and there's also certificates you can get right after high school that can start paying $25 to $32 an hour, and they don't even have to go to college.
Yeah.
And it's recognized by 20, 30 tech companies around the world. And so, I tell parents, encourage, don't discourage your kids from this space.
Now, let me ask you this, because my son plays, he's 12. He's been video game. We got him the whole desktop setup.
Yes.
He has a PC and all that. But it costs a lot to get started with that. Now, what do you tell parents that just, their kids want to get involved, but they just can't afford it?
Well, a couple of things. A lot of schools now have labs, are building labs at schools, rec centers, and communities. We're working with a lot of cities right now to create labs. I'm actually meeting with the African American Conference of Mayors to see how we can get the mayors in Black cities at a minimum to figure out a way to create these community locations where kids can go after school and in the summer and keep them off the streets, keep them focused, targeted during the year. And we found in research that gamers usually have much higher grades. They have much better critical thinking. They're better problem solvers, and they're very engaged. They may not be as engaged in person with interaction, but in terms of the communities, their friendships, they're longer lasting. And the big thing is, it leads to so many other opportunities. And I tell people, it's the cool tech. So if money's a problem at libraries, they can play on the gaming laptop or laptops at libraries, and then you can download apps. There's a lot of organizations, foundations locally in markets that are creating programs now, whether through STEAM or STEM, that have gaming aspects. There's free codings that you can do online, and they can direct you to, and you can download apps. You can do it from your phone now. And so I tell them, don't worry about not having a PC or a laptop for them to get started. Let them start working on it from their phone. The largest money-making industry right now in video gaming is mobile phone games.
True.
And it's probably $267 billion.
Wow.
And so it's a huge opportunity. And I also tell the students that too. I'm like, hey, if you don't play on consoles, because everybody tells me they're not a gamer, even my mom. And I'm like, Mom, you're playing Candy Crush right now. That is one of the most successful video gaming.
It's been out forever.
I'm like, you're a gamer. Accept it, embrace it.
Now, for the kids who are gaming, and like you said, maybe we don't even realize it, that we're like passionate about it, or we can make a career out of it. What's the next step for a kid who doesn't know that they can make a career out of their gaming habits?
They have the luxury now of social media and the internet. So Google, and they can find some amazing stories. I tell people all the time about T Grizzly. He stopped rapping, and he is now a professional gamer. and what I even admire about him most is that he got all of his friends that were gangbangers or hustlers off the streets, and they're now playing video games and getting paid, and they're making more money than they did on the streets playing video games now. And a lot of it's streaming and content and getting paid for people to watch. People sit and watch and pay for you to watch and play video games. You can play video games now, and there's apps that you can go on and you get paid while you play. And so there's pay to play out there, and kids can do it as early as 14 and start getting paid. And then also, like I said, Google and find out what their favorite games are. And I tell them too. I was like, I love Madden and I love NBA 2K, but a lot of the schools that offer scholarships, if they're wanting to go to college, Madden 2K are not offered. They're not competitive. They're not competitive esports teams at the collegiate level. So they've got to figure out, it's a lot of you get into the Overwatches and the Fortnites and the Rocket Leagues. So you got to figure out which games can get you into college and do that research for depending on where you want to go. But like I said, the opportunities are endless. And what's more important is there's more people that look like us that are doing and being proactive and committed to the fact to make sure we can help and get more like out there. I'm talking to some West Coast organizations, and the housing authority is interested in getting gaming labs. And in what better place? And what we do is while they're playing, we talk to them about the different career opportunities, the scholarship opportunities, the what's next after high school opportunities exist for the students, and they don't know. And we're also hoping to set up conversations with parents to make them understand, encourage them. If you need to help finding resources, this is the options. This is what you can do.
Gotcha.
Now, as a HBCU graduate myself, I know there are a lot of PWIs that offer these programs, those esports scholarships, right? Let's get into some of the HBCUs that also offer this esports scholarships as well.
Oh, absolutely. So we have 16 HBCUs that have gaming labs around the country. Scholarships, they're Tennessee State and John C. Smith are probably the two right now that are offering scholarships. But the cool thing is you can get scholarships, like we offer scholarships at Sony PlayStation through
Okay.
BCGA. And they can sign up on our website. They can also download their resumes on their website if they're interested. If they're, no matter what college they go to, HBCU or not, they can download their resumes and find job opportunities and get connected opportunities on our website. And then, but scholarship wise, they could, like I said, there's so many companies that offer scholarships. We're about to announce soon a scholarship partnership with Call of Duty.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And, EA, the EA scholarships just closed. They offered scholarships at 8 HBCUs, 3 of which were our member schools. So that application process just ended. But a lot of our partners offer and provide scholarships. I'm hoping we're about to announce soon our third round of scholarships with Sony PlayStation. Sony's been our platinum titanium partner on what we're doing, and they helped us to build our gaming labs. They've given out, they put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
And and I reached out to them, and the favorite games I played when I started BCJ, and I'm the first Black woman in this space for college gaming and esports, and it was surprising in 2020 that it had not been done before. After playing for 40 years, I'm a proud HBCU grad, so I went to HBCUs first to open labs and to get. But there's classes being offered now. There's competitive teams, and in 2020 there was only one HBCU with a degree, and there was only 2 HBCUs with gaming labs. And now we've got over 30 around the country that have gaming labs open. They're offering classes. They're providing electives. They're providing certifications. And so we want to continue to increase that. And and we can't take credit for all that because there's some other great companies out there doing it as well. But I'm excited about the fact that we're responsible for more than half of those.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It is, and I mean,
I'm a Rattler, FAMU.
and so if young people or parents want to get involved, how can they reach out to you?
Thank you. They can go to our website, bcgausa.org. Our social media handles across all platforms, including Discord and Twitch, is BCGA USA. So bcgausa.org website, BCGA USA. And for girls, we created a brand called Girls Got Game.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
And you can go to girlsgotgame.org for more information. We're about to do pilots in 3 markets around the country. And then from there, we're going to expand it nationwide.
Nice.
So we're going to Atlanta, Miami, and Los Angeles in March, kicking off during Women's History Month. It's a free after school and summer program for girls of color in middle and high school. Because I want them to start early. Because when I was playing, I was one of the only females playing, 40 years ago. And even 20 years ago, I was one of the few females was video gaming. And so now there's, women make up 47% of gamers.
Wow.
And people don't know that. And so I want young girls to know it's okay. And there's a community out there that can support and help you. And then we also have a Women Got Game brand that does high school girls and college girls. We connect them all with mentors. We provide them with scholarships, and we provide them with access and communities to continue to build and be great in the space.
That's nice.
Talk about playing Madden. We're here.
Yes.
Big game is on
My
Sunday.
favorite game is Madden.
Who do you have? I mean, I know you played with both these
my
teams
gosh.
probably before.
Yeah. So, wow. I'm going for Kansas City because of Black quarterback first and foremost.
There we go.
There we go. Root for everybody Black.
And then and with DT playing here and being a legacy in the city forever. And so Kansas City is absolutely my team. Outside of this game, I'm a Dallas Cowboy. Grew up Dallas Cowboys since I was little. But we just can't get past that first round of the playoffs. We're not going to talk about that anymore. I'm super excited. Now, I play the Cowboys when I play Madden.
Okay.
And I'm actually working on a couple all-girls Madden tournaments, too.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We broke history and did the first all-female NASCAR
Wow.
tournament. Yeah, with the NASCAR Heat 5 and broke records on Twitch 3 years ago. We did it virtually.
Wow.
Wow.
And you mentioned Derek Thomas, and there's been a lot of legacy talk in Kansas City. There's been the 58th Super Bowl,
Yes.
the number 58
Oh,
Derek
yes.
Thomas wore, and he completely hated the Raiders. It's in Las Vegas. There's a flag buried up under the stadium. So there's so much
Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. And that's why I was like, this is such a full circle moment. And as I walked around, I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
And then to be here on the 58th with the team that he despised.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys triple on through.
Yeah.
the stadium on Sunday.
We do have to ask you, what's your favorite Usher song with the Usher halftime performance?
Woo!
All-time
God,
favorite.
I love Usher. And I live in ATL. Wow. Oh, goodness.
You be doing an A-Town stump, don't
Yes. Oh, what? Yes. And I love what he's been doing too, because his brand is over the decades. And he gets back in the community, and now he's getting into fashion and just, he has remained consistent.
you? Yeah.
He, every day is just truly a Renaissance man and gentleman. And I respect that because everybody, when the lights are off, they're jerks, and never has he wavered, and he's always been consistent. And I love that about him. And I didn't get a chance to go to the show here, so I'm excited he's announced the concert tour. So I'll definitely be at the Atlanta shows.
Yeah.
17th, 18th,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already got the days down. Like,
Yes.
17, 18, I'm
DJ
there.
Mars, his official DJ has been a DJ of mine for 25 years, and I love it. Like I said, they're both first class.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm so excited for what they're doing.
Well, we appreciate you giving us some of your time today.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
you.
So excited.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of the weekend.
We will.
Yes,
We
go
will.
Chiefs.
Go
That's
Go
Miss Keisha.
Chiefs.
That's Miss Keisha Walker. We'll be back with more guests here live from Radio Row inside of Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas.
Go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Big as the what? Hey. Big as the Super Bowl.
Broadcasting from Radio Row inside the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. You are tuned into Sideline Sports Talk Networks, the W Show on 100.1 FM, Kansas City. Brought to you by Stockman Law Firm, the Solar Center, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services, Gates Barbecue, Positivity Water, Soiree Steak and Oyster House, the Right Tally Tax Preparation, Dillard's Zona Rosa, KC We Spin 360, Derek Thomas Neil Smith III and Long Foundation, Phenomenal Kids Child Care Learning Center, XC Fright, Studio Plush, Sierra Fonseca,